Over the years, video games have increased in popularity, especially violent ones. Games like Call of Duty have become worldwide sensations, selling millions of copies every year. With this, however, violent video games have become a heavy topic in the media, especially when a tragic event occurs. The media and politicians are always blaming violence on violent video games. So, violence in video games, are they really dangerous, or are they just merely a form of entertainment? Violence has always been associated with video games, with the first violent video game releasing in 1976 titled Death Race. This game had players run over gremlins and try to achieve a high score. This game ruffled people's feathers, and some people took it as trying to run over people, so that did not go over well. This game revolutionized the market, as it would pave the way for many games and series to come. Over the years, as video games got more and more realistic, games started to become like it looks like you're killing a stick figure to oh my god, he just ripped that dude's spine out. Games like Mortal Kombat were criticized for being too real and too violent, and in 1993, the politicians stepped in. On December 7th, 1993 and March 5th, 1994, members of the US Senate held hearings to discuss video game violence, and specifically games like Mortal Kombat and Night Trap. Night Trap is an interactive movie video game released in 1992. It follows a group of teens having a party when these guys come in and try to pump a girl's neck. People were outraged over this, saying that it was promoting violence against women. The game was a major controversy and was pulled from stores like Toys R Us and KB Toys. Following the hearings, the ESRB was created, which provided age and content ratings to video games. These ratings range from early childhood all the way up to adults only. The ESRB really changed the gaming landscape, as stores won't accept a game without a rating. So if there's a ratings board, then how can violent video games cause real-life violence? Well, many people's argument is that children can still get a hold of these games, which messes with their brains and causes them to be violent. Personally, I've been playing Halo since I was 4, and I don't feel like starting a hostage situation outside of my Burger King, so I don't know how accurate that claim may be. Many problems with these little kids getting a hold of violent video games stems down to the parents. If you step into a Walmart under 18 and try to buy an M-rated game, you're gonna get denied. You need a parent's permission to. Parents buy these games and put them in the hands of their children, so instead of banning violent video games, maybe instead we should ban parents. Plus, there's no conclusive evidence that violent video games even cause real-life violence, as almost every single study has had a bias or been inconclusive. And if you want to ban violent video games, then let's ban violent music, TV shows, books, and movies as well. I mean, Squid Game became a worldwide phenomenon, and that's the most violent show I've ever seen. Nobody turned an eye though, and you can't even walk through a mall without seeing the little Squid Game toy kiosk. Plus, many violent video games are based off of existing properties in other media, UFC and boxing for example. What happens is that a tragic event occurs, and the media blames it on everything but the kid's upbringing or environment. Almost every single person that has had the violent video game attachment has had a severe mental illness or terrible parents who provided them with the weapons. Throughout history, we've seen things popular with teens be scrutinized for simply that, being popular with teens. And I think video games is just another example of that. All in all, video games don't cause real-life violence. While yes, the people who may be committing these heinous crimes might play violent video games, there's no direct connection there. It's just another way to try to take down a form of media because, hey, politicians need something to do.